It starts the same way every time, scrolling through Netflix, searching for something to watch. Hundreds of options, yet nothing feels right.
Nearly a million people cancelled their subscriptions with Netflix.
Netflix was the big disruptor in the category.
Led to belt tightening, with families across the world looking at streaming services.
The frustration builds, but that's just the beginning. Let's look at the bank statement. Netflix, Spotify, Peloton, HelloFresh, Tinder Gold, Adobe Creative Cloud, even BarkBox for the dog. These alone average $219 a month. That's $2,628 a year, enough for a dream vacation or a decent used car. Instead, it's spent on services that never truly belong to the user. A workout class that rarely happens, meal kits that go uneaten, a dating app that still hasn't delivered results. A decade ago, buying a DVD meant owning it forever. Now, everything's rented. Movies, music, even productivity tools. According to a 2023 Deloitte report, the average U.S. household now subscribes to 12 different services, paying approximately $800 on acquiring connected devices. And this doesn't just stop at entertainment. Subscriptions have infiltrated every corner of life: fitness, food, dating, even virtual pets. Ownership is fading, replaced by an endless cycle of monthly fees. But it wasn't always this way. Let's rewind to 2007, when Netflix first introduced streaming. It was revolutionary. For $7.99 a month, you could watch unlimited movies and TV shows without ever leaving your couch. Fast forward to 2024, and Netflix now has over 200 million subscribers worldwide. But Netflix isn't the only player in the game anymore. Disney+, HBO Max, Apple TV+, and a dozen other streaming services, each with its own exclusive content. Suddenly, that $7.99 monthly fee has ballooned into $40 or more just to keep up with your favorite shows. The result? Subscription fatigue. A 2019 survey found that 46% of streaming subscribers feel overwhelmed by the number of services available. Not just that, 66% of people currently paying for unused subscriptions have also cut back on essentials in recent times. The promise of unlimited choice has turned into a never-ending game of catch-up. Because here's the dirty little secret: more choice doesn't always mean better choice. Sure, you've got thousands of movies, songs, and shows at your fingertips, but how many of them do you actually watch? According to research, the average Netflix user spends 18 minutes scrolling before deciding what to watch. That's longer than some episodes of The Office. And it's not just entertainment. Meal kit services like HelloFresh and Blue Apron deliver pre-portioned ingredients to your door for $70 to $100 per week, depending on the plan. While convenient, many customers cancel after a few months due to the high cost and repetitive menus. Similarly, coffee subscriptions like Trade Coffee and Atlas Coffee Club deliver freshly roasted beans to your doorstep for $15 to $30 per month, turning your morning brew into a recurring expense. Even dating has gone subscription only. Apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge offer premium tiers that unlock features like unlimited swipes and profile boosts. Tinder Gold costs $30 per month, while Bumble Premium runs $40 per month. For those looking for love, the cost of finding a match can add up quickly. And let's not forget software. Remember when you could buy Microsoft Word once and own it forever? Now you're paying $70 per year for a Microsoft 365 subscription. Adobe Creative Cloud, the industry standard for graphic design and video editing, costs $50 per month. Even Canva, the popular design tool, charges $13 per month for its pro version. And then there's the bundling trap. Companies like Amazon and Apple have started bundling multiple services, streaming, music, cloud storage, into a single subscription. Sounds convenient, right? But it also locks you into their ecosystem, making it harder to switch to competitors. The average consumer now spends $273 monthly on subscriptions, according to West Monroe. That's a significant chunk of change, especially for younger consumers. And it's not just video streaming services that have changed the game. Music has undergone a similar revolution. Platforms like Spotify dominate the market, with over 500 million users and 252 million paid subscribers as of 2024. Spotify's become the go-to platform for music lovers. But for artists, the story isn't so rosy. The average musician earns just 0.003 cents to 0.005 cents per stream. According to Digital Music News, that means an artist would need 1 million streams just to earn $3,000, hardly enough to make a living. But perhaps no industry better illustrates the double-edged nature of the subscription economy than content creation itself. Once a niche site for adult content, OnlyFans has exploded into a $6.6 billion industry as of 2023. with over 300 million registered users and 4.1 million creators. For many, it represents a way to monetize creativity directly. Yet for most creators, the platform remains a challenging space. While some earn six figures, the average creator makes just $1,300 annually. While the subscription economy has changed life in the West, its reach extends far beyond. This approach is transforming economies and cultures worldwide. In some regions, it's expanding access to digital services, while in others, it's widening inequalities. Take India, for example. With its massive population and growing middle class, it's become a key battleground for streaming giants like Netflix and Amazon Prime. But success here requires adaptation. In 2019, Netflix introduced a mobile-only plan in India for just $3 a month, making its service accessible to millions. The result? A 30% increase in Indian subscribers in 2023. In Africa, mobile-based subscriptions are booming. Platforms like Showmax and Roku TV offer affordable, locally tailored content, but the digital divide deepens as urban users stream their hearts out, but rural areas are stuck in dial-up vibes due to a lack of high-speed internet. Even in developed countries, the subscription era isn't exactly leveling the playing field. In the US, low-income households often depend on ad-supported tiers or shared accounts, while wealthier consumers can afford multiple premium subscriptions, enjoying unlimited ad-free content. To lure in budget-conscious users, companies are getting creative. Netflix's ad-supported tier, launched in 2023, now accounts for 20% of its subscriber base, proof that people will tolerate ads if it means saving a buck. Meanwhile, Spotify's free ad-supported tier boasts over 400 million users. This growing access gap isn't just reshaping how we consume media, it's also influencing how we learn, connect, and even socialize. But the problem doesn't stop there. While subscriptions are often marketed as eco-friendly, the digital economy has a hidden environmental toll that's far from negligible. Every time you stream a movie, listen to a song, or upload a file to the cloud, you're relying on massive data centers that consume vast amounts of energy. These data hubs, which power everything from Netflix and Spotify to Google Drive, are the backbone of the subscription era, but they're also one of its biggest environmental liabilities. According to a 2023 study by the Shift Project, digital technologies account for 4% of global greenhouse gas emissions, more than the entire aviation industry. Streaming services alone contribute a significant portion of that total. In 2021, Netflix reported that its global operations emitted a whopping 1.5 million metric tons of CO2, about as much as 300,000 cars driving around all year. But the environmental impact of streaming goes far beyond Netflix alone. In Europe, watching just 1 hour of video on platforms like Netflix or YouTube clocks in at about 55 grams of CO2, according to a 2021 Carbon Trust report. Sure, 55 grams might sound like a drop in the bucket, but multiply that by the billions of binge-worthy hours streamed daily worldwide, and suddenly we're talking about some serious emission. In fact, global video streaming in 2018 produced 300 million metric tons of CO2, about as much as France's total annual emissions. Music streaming isn't exempt either. A 2021 study by the University of Glasgow revealed that streaming an album 27 times consumes more energy than producing and shipping a physical CD. With Spotify offering over 100 million tracks, the cumulative energy demand for music streaming is enormous. With streaming costs, both financial and environmental, adding up, some are turning back to physical media. In a surprising twist, some consumers are rediscovering the joy of ownership. Vinyl records, once thought to be relics of the past, are making a comeback. In 2023, vinyl sales hit $1.2 billion, their highest level since the 1980s, according to the Recording Industry Association of America. Why? Because people want something tangible, something they can hold on to, not just a fleeting digital file. Platforms like Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee allow creators to bypass traditional subscription models, offering one-time payments or pay-what-you-want options. This shift empowers both creators and consumers, giving them more control over their financial relationships. The subscription model isn't going away anytime soon, but the cracks are starting to show. As consumers become more aware of the financial, psychological, and environmental costs, they're demanding alternatives. The question is, will companies listen, or will they double down on subscriptions?